Thanksgiving besides burritos?
They got Supreme croquettes.
What the fuck is croquette?
I don't know.
Sounds French.
It's a, like a salmon croquette. Like a salmon croquette.
Nobody knows what a croquette is.
Nope. I'm not that fancy.
It's like a fried little patty like thing.
Like a biscuit?
No, but it has.
Is it a crumpet?
Like we eat salmon croquettes. We eat salmon croquettes. Basically, you take the salmon and you make a little patty out of it. You bread it and you
like crab cake.
Shit. Yeah, kind of like.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
It's a croquette.
I gotcha.
Why would you have that on Thanksgiving?
I have no fucking idea, but that's Taco
But then
Bell.
again,
man.
like who the hell
goes to Taco Bell?
Why the hell are you going to Taco Bell on Thanksgiving?
Because it's the fourth meal of the night.
Bums don't go to Taco Bell on Thanksgiving. They go to the Mission. They still have turkey.
Never mind. Can't talk about that.
Welcome back, everybody.
I'm very proud of myself on something I did over the last week.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Tap Tracks and Bangs podcast.
What?
I, as always, Mr. Dirty Dave.
Dr. Philgood.
And Big D.
We're missing somebody here.
It's quiet.
It has been abnormally quiet.
Where is D-Rex? What?
She's on the road.
She getting pulled over again.
On the road again.
Can't help to get on the road again.
Just can't wait to get pulled over again.
For the second, third, fourth time in a row. But good old-fashioned boobs gets the job done.
Hey.
She got pulled over twice and didn't get a ticket.
Exactly. That's dope.
She's gonna have a backseat baby one day.
Whoa, wait a minute. She had a baby in the back seat.
Did she?
Yeah, she took her son with her.
Oh. Touche.
Ha
Bam! Anyways.
So, again, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Guess who's back?
Big D is back. After 2-3 weeks of absence,
It was
he is back.
that long.
It's like a whole year.
I have baby issues at the house. I have to take care of shit.
So I had to drop mine off with the in-laws and call it a night.
My mother lives with us. And she doesn't do that whole thing.
She's like, I did it with you. I ain't going to do it again.
Exactly.
So in other words, did she deserve Citizen of the Year award?
No.
Neither does the other guy.
Are we going to go into this? Oh, we should. Come on. You had a lot of great things to say about douchebag.
Okay, I do. Like I said earlier, I do have to apologize because, like I said before, my problem with people.
Hold on. You have to start off with apologetic.
No.
I
Well,
apologize.
before you even apologize, we're talking about Colin Kaepernick actually getting Citizen of the Year award.
Now, as far as that shit,
It's the dumbest shit in the world.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, you had nice things to say about him.
But I did have to say, because before I was very what's the word? Vehement?
Vividly?
Vivid. I was very vivid about the fact that I fucking hate when people have a whole lot of shit to say and they don't do any fucking thing.
I'm going to be president, but I ain't going to do shit to become president because I don't want that job anyway.
Exactly.
You mean like Obama?
But
still looking for change, and we're all still hoping.
But I have to give it to him. I was looking at my news feed. What, it was about a week or two ago, and Colin was on there, and it actually went down a list of shit that he's actually doing to improve the shit that he was talking about.
To make sure it wasn't fake news.
I made sure it wasn't fake news. I actually real honest engine, because I don't take having to apologize for shit.
That is racist.
No, it's
that
just,
is
it's
racist.
Real.
You said honest engine, as if like all Indians are liars.
Hey, I'm part Indian. I'm part Indian. I can
is he
say
the
that
racist
shit.
or am I the racist?
I didn't know that was a term. Maybe you're racist.
Wait. I'm part Indian. I can say that shit.
I'm Aztec still, so fuck y'all.
Just wash your blankets.
I was killed first by the Spanish. Wash your blankets. Oh my god.
So yes, I apologize. That's all I'm saying. I apologize. He's actually put up some of his own money to help educate kids about dealing with police officers and even financial literacy shit. He started a whole bunch of fucking programs, and he actually shows up and helps with them, and he's put money into it. So, okay.
So did he just not get to these other guys fast enough?
I don't know. No,
Probably not.
Like, what was it? Like, I'll be honest with you. I forgot like half the names of the people who've been like the high profile people who've been killed by police lately.
Mm-hmm.
I've already forgot their names. I mean, it's
So
not
that high profile.
Not a. Well, it's not out of disrespect. I mean, it's just.
It's so much.
I've got so much shit going on in my life right now. I mean, it's hard enough to figure out what my name is waking up in the morning.
Is my name David? I think my name is
Let
David
alone
now.
some other dipshit who decided to tangle with the law, commit a crime, and then argue with it in the street with the cop. The street always wins. You don't.
Whoa.
I know, right? Think about that. Think about that one for a minute. Think about that one for a minute. So yeah, I mean, it's like you don't fight the law because the law will win.
Yes.
What is that
Very
song?
simple.
What's that song?
I fought the law and the law won.
I fought the law and the law won. Thank you,
Exactly.
American Dad.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Yes.
You need to get out of the house more often. You
Hey,
need to stop relating to South Park and American Dad and all
Family
this other
Guy,
shit.
Wait a
Futurama.
minute. Speaking of that, the law, knowing the law, I got stopped leaving the store.
But you didn't get shot.
I didn't get shot. Guess
Whoa!
why?
We broke a
why?
stereotype! Whoa!
Wait.
Did you get tased?
Because I didn't get tased. I didn't get stopped. As a matter of fact, he didn't even give me a ticket.
Oh.
Was he black too?
Was he
No.
white?
Oh, snap. That's two for
Was he white?
No, he wasn't white. He wasn't. Well, actually, the second one was white because it happened twice.
Wait, what?
it happened twice.
So wait, hold on. You got pulled over twice.
Yes.
You
And you're
didn't get
still
shot.
Didn't get
You
shot.
didn't get tased.
Didn't get tased.
You didn't get arrested.
Didn't get
You're
arrested.
still here.
Didn't even get a ticket. Matter of fact, the second guy shook my hand and was like, "Man, be safe out there." I was like, "You
So
too,
let me ask
brother."
you a question for everybody else in the world who may be listening to this. How did you do it? Because if Dorian can do it, anyone can do it.
Pretty much.
Roll down the window,
How did I do
sir.
it? You
Oh,
know
wait,
what?
the window's already down.
The window was down when he walked up to the car. Wait. The first one, it was funny as shit because when I stopped, I couldn't see. He pulled up behind me, and I couldn't. And we were in the road. We were kind of in the road. He was in the road, and I was thinking, okay, maybe I need to pull around here so that he will not. He won't get hit. Is my thought.
and
like,
he's even thinking of the officer.
I don't need that shit on my conscience. I got things to deal with. I got life to handle.
That's fair.
You know
That's
what?
fair.
So I'm thinking, and I see his blinker. The blinker on his truck is on. I can't see the other one going. He had his emergencies on to get the people going around, but I couldn't see that. All I could see was one. So I started to pull around, and I hear a hey. I was like, hey. I stopped the car right there. I stuck both my hands out the window and asked him to please walk forward so I could see him. He laughed his ass off. We both laughed our asses off for about 5 minutes. And then he explained to me why he stopped me, took my information, went back there, and you know what? He came back and he was like, you know what? I'm not even going to give you a ticket for this shit. Just slow down right through here and head on out of town. I was like, thank you. The next guy stopped me. I'm coming around the corner, and the speed limit goes back up. It's almost in the same spot. It's just about a mile out the way, but the speed limit started going back up, but I'm still too fast going through there. Mm-hmm. So he stops me. He walks up. Hey, and this time I pulled far enough off the road to make sure that we didn't have the same fucking mix-up. So he comes up, and I've got my little motivational shit going in the car or whatever.
Praise
he laughs.
Jesus, hallelujah.
He laughs a little bit. He comes back and he was like, you know what? Your stuff is clean. Get on down the road. Be careful right through here because it doesn't get up to the full speed for another 5 miles down the road.
Jesus, you're 5 miles away from it.
Yeah.
It was going to go up, though. I promise.
It was
going to go up.
But I was only like 5 miles over. I was like 7 miles over. And I really thought I wasn't that fast, but I was in a rental car. I really didn't know how to handle that fucking. That little bitty thing got up and went. But he shook my hand, and I was like, man, you might want to catch that guy because a truck came past us with the back of his 16-wheeler came past with the whole back part of his trailer wide open. I was like, did you see that? He was like, yeah, I saw it. I'm finna go around. Let me get around you so I can catch him, get him to pull his thing down. I was like, man, go for it.
Was it a state trooper that got you?
Huh? No, it was
local?
It was local.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Motorcycle or vehicle?
It was an SUV.
Okay. They're usually more laid back. I noticed the smaller the vehicle, the more angry the cops are. And they're in a motorcycle like, fuck you, I'm giving you a ticket. I almost died twice today.
That's why I try to make friends with the motorcycle cops. I ain't worried about the rest of them.
I think the last time I was pulled over, I was heading. It was when I worked with you, Dirty Dave, and I was heading down to our location down south, and I got pulled over at flashing lights, and I was like, "What the heck am I getting pulled over for?" I didn't speed and anything else like that. My headlights were out. That was it. And I was like, "What am I getting pulled over?" And I was trying to run through my head, and the issue was, I just changed. I have an issue with headlights apparently. Because I was driving a rental vehicle at the time, and the headlights were out.
Well, I think it's like our actual cars. We get used to having the automatic headlights and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then whenever you're driving a rental car that's basic, it's more basic than a college white girl.
The Ugg boots, pumpkin spice latte,
that was a good one. See,
an iPhone.
I'm not racist. I slam my own race because my race is stupid as shit too.
So now you're sexist.
Maybe.
We're not going to argue that because
I love all women. What are you talking about?
I mean, I don't know. I get told it enough from my family members that you start getting told something enough, you start to believe it.
Might be.
Right.
So with that being said, I'm going to become Batman.
I'm still not.
You are Batman.
I am Batman.
He is Batman.
Helicopters. A is for Alfred. B is for beds. C is for cat.
They didn't watch that Lego movie or something.
No, it's the
Batman.
It's the college humor video, the Badman video.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Bat Dad.
Oh, I love Bat Dad too. Oh my God.
Yeah, I just stabbed you. I stabbed you first.
We'll make you watch that video afterwards. But no,
with my dick.
9 long hard inches. It wasn't that. Yes, it was.
In all fairness, guy who breathes to a crab, this isn't the first time that we stabbed 9 hard inches into somebody's ribs. It wasn't 9 inches.
Dr. Fishy, no. Sorry. We'll make you watch all that. But Bat Dad, have you seen Bat Dad?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I love Bat Dad. He makes me laugh. Jen!
I tell you what, like one
are you
guy
doing
that I've been stuck on lately was a combat veteran.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I love his damn videos. One kind of throws me off because he kind of looks like my boss, but I know my boss isn't a vet. So, and two is just something to get me off the Art 15, Black Rifle Coffee. Kind of get into something else. At least until they come out with another video. We're still waiting on that. They're supposed to be releasing a new video. Their latest song called "Fuck ISIS." Which I am like super amped up about because I've been wanting to hear this goddamn song forever.
Man, when you have the ends, it's more annoying because you got to wait longer.
Well, supposedly it's supposed to be out this week, so according to Drinking Bros. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Drinking Bros.
So waiting for that to come out. But no, like I was watching a combat veteran videos, and I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, you know what? I could totally put some shit like this together. But no,
I got a phone. I can do this.
He did one. I know, right? Our phones take good enough pictures nowadays. We don't need no producer. Fuck that shit.
Hell no.
A camera guy, an audio guy. Fuck, that's me.
Got it.
But no, he was. He did one. Like I've been on a Stolen Valor kick. Like watching all of these Stolen Valor videos for like the last week, because there's a shit ton of them. Like whenever we first heard about it, whenever it first started becoming an issue or an epidemic, there's only like 5 or 6 videos on the internet about it.
I mean, I think the first time I heard about it was in 2009. That's the last one I saw. But in 2008,
now
phone was released. So I mean, I can only imagine.
There's a crap ton of retarded pud fuckers out there that are trying to, emulate soldiers and wear these fucking uniforms and like
all day long.
How come that shit can't happen here? Why can't it happen
because
here?
we're in Texas.
I really don't think that has anything to do with it because some of these Stolen Valor incidents were actually in Texas.
Okay, I'm not talking about like Austin.
Maybe that we're close
Houston.
to a military town. I think, or we're in a military town, so I think
people are more knowledgeable. Yeah, that makes sense. But in the cities, they're more liberal. Geared.
These guys are a lot nicer than what I would be. I mean, that's for sure. I mean, they're just like starting to spout off like Army regs and AFI and all that other shit, and I'm just like, dude, like if you were to come up to me, like if I'm out wearing, ACUs or AB, I'm sorry, not ACUs, ABUs. If I'm out wearing ABUs and just like the pants and a tan shirt and my boots and everything, and you were to come up to me and ask me who my commanding officer was and what unit I was in, I don't fucking know. You know how long it's been since I've been out of service? I don't remember that guy
at all.
Like I can hardly remember what I had for fucking breakfast yesterday. You expect me to remember who I served under 15 years ago? No.
It's easy for me to remember what I had for breakfast.
I don't remember that shit.
I don't eat breakfast.
And like I was watching this a combat veteran. I was watching his video on the proper questions to ask a stolen valor.
Okay.
And I'm sitting here watching it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, these questions make sense. Like, how come nobody's thought about this?
Well,
and like,
one of the questions.
One of it was like,
here.
If you had a choice between whiskey and vodka, what would you drink?
Whiskey.
And he goes, whiskey, duh. And then he goes, the colonel's daughter and the sergeant master, or the sergeant major's daughter, who would you impregnate first?
Officer.
And he goes, the colonel's daughter. I mean, he makes more money. And then he did another one. He goes, okay, what was it? Marry him, fuck him, and kill him. Speed round. Let's go. You got Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, and your ex-girlfriend. He said, well, first off, I'd kill Justin Bieber because the fact that we have a Justin Bieber in this world, he needs to go. And second, if you're telling me that the only two choices I have to fuck and marry are my ex-girlfriend and Miley Cyrus, you might as well just kill me anyways, because there's no point in living. He was just like, what was wrong with your girlfriend? She was a stripper. He gets up and goes, well, this guy is obviously a veteran. So, oh man, I was just like, how come I didn't think about these questions? Like, that would be, I mean, instead of like trying to spout off like Army regulations, blah blah blah, says that you can't do da da da. Like, who the fuck is going to remember that? Like, you expect me to remember the AFIs on my haircut and the way I'm supposed to wear my uniform?
I didn't like the shit then.
No, I didn't fucking.
Half-inch,
even whenever I was in service,
inch.
I didn't read the fucking AFIs. But
I'm not in the military. I know.
No, you know what you did? You showed up at the barbershop on base, and you let them cut your fucking hair.
you show them, yeah. You sit down in their chair, you show them your ID card, and they cut your hair, and you go the fuck on.
It can't touch the ears, and it can't.
I know that.
I mean,
I know that.
and so did the
Wait a
barber
second.
dude, and you let him do
I
his
know,
fucking
right?
job.
Or I just continue about my business until my sergeant tells me, hey, it's about time for you to get a haircut. Gotcha. I'll go right
I'll be
after
over
work.
there. And you still
And then I go get a haircut.
You
And
get
then
a
I go to
personal
the
alarm.
barber. I show him my ID card. He sits me down, shaves my head, and I'm out the door. That's the way it works.
That's easy. I like that.
You don't need to remember regulations. Who fucking cares? No, okay. I can't say that.
There's a lot of dudes who care.
You should care about your regulations.
Yes. But
The point is nobody's going to remember AFI 19-2 subsection G.
fuck no.
Nobody knows what that is. I don't fucking know. Does that even exist?
I don't even know. It might.
I'm sure somewhere.
Google it
No.
later.
Hey, I had a tech sergeant.
I don't
Pull
think
me
you would
in there.
find that in Google. You shouldn't be able to find AFIs in Google.
My hair was fading away. I was losing this right here. He looked at me. He was like, Robinson, it's time to let the hair go. I don't want to see that hair. I don't want to see the hair on the sides anymore. He was like, you're not earning what you remember the Jeffersons. I can't think of his name is George. You're not George Jefferson.
Damn.
I don't want to see the hair on your sides anymore.
Damn.
He was like, bald is beautiful, because he was a bald headed black dude. He was like, bald is beautiful, baby. Go ahead and let the hair go.
That's funny.
Yes, sir.
See, okay, so for me, I mean, I was an
Went home and took care of that
ROTC.
shit.
I did the JROTC business. And, I mean, I don't have regulations to cut my hair once I'm not in those organizations anymore. But what's funny is I usually let my hair grow out for 2 months. And so I usually have about 4 to 6 inches of curls on top of my head. And when it's time to get a haircut, I go to a 1 and 2. And they look at me like, why would you cut your hair? I need to look like myself again. I become something strangers in the mirror. I become a monster.
You become an Arab.
I look
a Muslim.
No, wait, no. Ahmed. I can do the Indian impersonations really easy, but I cannot do Iran, Pakistan. I can't do the Islamic.
You can't do
Arabic.
Farsi.
I can't. Yeah, no, I don't have the.
I feel like you're choking. I mean,
Yeah, I think I got a dick in my mouth. Dorian, move away.
you could try to. You could deep throat a dick and learn how to speak Arabic.
He did that a couple times. I was getting a little stiffy. I don't know.
You're welcome.
Oh
So
man,
Kaepernick is
Citizen of the Year.
Citizen of the Year.
I don't know about all that.
So what's the
shit.
qualification to get
But
Citizen
he
of the Year?
did. Yeah, that's.
Because I mean, I want if I have a chance to win Citizen of the Year, I want to fucking try.
What do I need to do? To get
Cause enough turmoil.
So cause panic,
Yeah.
create the problem, and slowly fade away and become the solution. I can do that.
All I'm saying is he actually had a plan. He did something.
I don't know why that made me think of that hysterical moment when Obama won the Nobel Peace Prize, and in the Nobel Peace Prize, he preached how we're about to go back to war.
Hey, I didn't know. Forget about that.
Dude, I about lost it whenever I saw that.
I did too.
I was just like, okay, wait a minute. You just won the Nobel Peace Prize, and in your acceptance speech, you gave a lesson as to why we need to go back to war. Like, do we not see?
No oxymoron in
And
there.
I thought Bush was stupid. But, you know, I mean,
Nuclear.
okay. I say that lightly. I actually did like Bush.
I like Bush too. He was my president. Well, his daddy was my president, I should say. I was born in his administration.
I mean, I've met the guy. I mean, he was a nice guy.
He looked like my grandfather.
Not senior, junior. Like,
They both did. They look like
yeah.
they look like my side of the family on my daddy's side.
They're both old as fuck now. They're OAF.
Old.
OAF from OIF.
Right.
Right. No, Junior really wasn't that bad. I mean, he talked like a Southern hick, and people didn't like him because the way, like, they made fun of him. I gotta say, like, how the fuck do you choke on a pretzel? But I mean, I'm just asking, just saying. I mean, I remember that. Like, I was sitting. Well, gosh, when was that? When did that happen?
What? The Peter Paul?
No. Whenever he choked on the pretzel. I want to think that was whenever I was still overseas. Whenever I was still.
It was in 2000. It was before I got back to the U.S. So it was between 2004 and 2002 and 2006.
I want to say that it happened like right before I came back home. Right before I came back.
So that would have to be 2003 then.
Probably. But no, I remember like sitting here thinking, because I remember I was in uniform whenever I heard it. And I'm just like, wait, the president almost died? How?
Pretzel.
And it was just like, oh, he choked on a pretzel. I'm like,
you know what else he likes?
Fucker.
He likes chocolate ice cream.
You're supposed to drink beer with your pretzels to wash them down so you don't choke on them.
Yep.
But he can't do that because he was an alcoholic.
Meh.
He was a recovering alcoholic. So
Recovering
word to the
alcoholic
wise,
quitter.
don't quit drinking. Keep drinking. You won't choke on shit.
No shit. Oh, but so before we get any further along, we got a sponsor we need to cover.
We do.
Yes, we do.
You want to take us into it?
I'm going to try my best. I'm going to fuck up what other state he's in, but I'm going to try. For your advocate construction and leveling needs, Nathan Moore is the guy you need to see. Ooh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of good.
Huzzah! He's also in South Carolina with a secondary option. This location.
Eventually, you'll get it right.
Hey, I got it right the first time, and then I hesitated.
Close.
You got the state right. You just forgot the direction.
Fuck it. Let's go to North Dakota. Fuck it.
It sounds like my sex life. I mean, I get the person right, but I forget which direction to go. Do I go front or back? Do I go up or down? Like, fuck.
To the left. Oh my God.
Wrong hole, fool.
Okay, so after we get done with Mr. Nathan Moore, I got a hysterical, horrible joke I heard on the radio yesterday. was about Beyonce. But anyways, for your foundation leveling needs, go visit Nathan Moore. Go to his website at www.construction.net. Also, check him out on Facebook. And if you go to him, too much.
Just shake his hand.
Huh?
Just shake his hand and say thank you.
Shake his hand, say thank you.
Yes, and tell him you heard us on or heard about him on TRB.
Yes.
He might laugh at you and say, "Oh my God,
you dipshit." Anyways, hysterical joke. I was on the radio. I can't remember who. I was driving my way to somewhere in Oklahoma, and it was a radio station that popped up, and I was like, "Oh!"
So you were doing like 40 mile an hour in a 75?
Hell no, I was
Fucking
going
Okies.
80 and 75.
You stand Oklahoma drivers.
They drive so slow.
But they got the high speed limit. Like,
and the shitty roads that you have to pay to drive on.
I feel like I'm on a fucking horse here.
Like,
You have no,
I'm
look, okay.
85 on Oklahoma roads and shit. Never get stopped.
Well, this is true. I mean, I've ridden my sport bike down 44, doing like 150 miles an hour, past a state trooper, and the state trooper said, "Fuck it." Just like, okay.
So
sorry about that.
Y'all may have heard this joke, but I've never heard this joke, so I want to bring it to ears because it made me laugh hysterically because of it made me think of this podcast. Anyways, why does Beyonce go to the left in her song? To the left.
Because she ain't right.
Close. Because she ain't got no rights.
And see, I want to express something here.
I thought that was the funniest shit ever.
I would like to make a really valid point here.
Because she's a woman.
No, if I get it, and she's black, I get it. If I were to say a joke like that, I would be castrated and shot on sight.
Yes, but I can. I'm Mexican. It's okay.
Hey, we had this discussion the other day, and yes, point blank period. I was like, "Yo, you know what? The only reason you can't say it is because you're white."
Actually, I asked Dorian this the other day because we were working with one of our coworkers, and I was like, I put him on blast, but he's like hardcore Mexican. He's not Hispanic. He's Mexican, like dark, like brown-eyed Mexican. And
does he have his green card yet?
What?
Does he have his green card yet?
I don't know.
What?
I really don't. The fact that I don't know that proves that he is Mexican.
He is Mexican.
But here's my point. Like, he came up to and he was just like, oh gosh, how did he put it? He was asking me to do something. Anyway, he came by and I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm paraphrasing. He came by and he goes, "Hey, you ready to go yet, nigga?" And I looked at him, I was like, how the fuck can you as a Mexican say that? And you said that to me. Like, I don't know if you realize it. I'm not Mexican nor black. Like, why are you calling me that? And then Dorian comes out of the back, and I'm just like, okay, I got to ask you a question. He goes, what's that? I was like, why is it that Mexicans can drop the N-word? And it's wrong whenever I say it. And he goes, because you're white.
Because y'all emphasize I got a pain in there.
Okay, they made that distinction at one point, but it really, in all honesty, it has nothing to do with the the A, ER, everybody.
There's actually a form with the AH.
Even the AH. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's because you're white. That was full disclosure. Completely honest.
And I appreciate that.
Completely. I didn't flinch or anything. I was like, it's because it's quite literally because he's Mexican and you're white.
But it's okay for the Mexican to do it. Let's talk about double standards here.
Well, I didn't save him, so you know.
But yet, your phone's laying on the cord. You're passing radio signals through the audio system.
But hello.
I had some vibration in me.
Okay, no, let's get back to the point here. I mean, he's Mexican. Let's talk about this double standard. I mean, what white guy is going to get pissed off if a black guy or a Mexican guy calls him a cracker? One, the white guy probably ain't going to say shit because he's already scared to death that he's been confronted by a black man.
No, not going to say shit.
Nope, not right now.
And then you got people like me. Like, I'm not going to drop the N-word on you, but why the fuck are you going to call me a cracker?
Like, what's your problem with me? What the fuck?
Like, I prefer Ritz, and they're brown. But I ain't no saltine cracker.
I like the
Ritz
chicken-flavored
crackers. Ritz crackers with peanut butter, which is also brown.
That's a good cracker.
So you're brown on the inside.
I love Ritz crackers.
I'm white on the inside. You're white on the inside. That's just what we call
There's
irony.
something else that I actually just thought about earlier, because we were supposed to have a special guest today, but he ended up not being able to make it.
The Forrest not show up again?
No, it wasn't for us. Like an actual real person. I actually got a lot of good comments about that, which I thought, I still haven't listened to all of it. I thought it was a total shit show, but no, like as I was sitting here thinking about it, I was just like, wow, what are we going to talk about whenever he comes on? And well, because he's also black and also conservative.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I'll tell you more later. Yeah, I'll tell you more about it later. But I'm not going to reveal on here because he didn't commit to the show, so I can't actually just go on and name drop him. But anyways,
you got to come on the show.
I don't know. Eventually he will. But no, I was sitting here thinking to myself, like, as we were talking about it, I'm just like, okay, well, great. What are we going to talk about? Well, we usually talk about sex, racism, and drinking.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, I mean, he likes talking about social issues. He is a player in the political realm. So, I mean, he actually has ran for an office already. And so,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Still good. He's ran for an office. He didn't make it. He was a write-in. But still, he got, I mean, hell, he had quite a bit of a turnout. But anyways, I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I'm just like, you know what? This is my opportunity to show these fuckers that believe that Dave is racist that David is not racist. Like, I would like to point out that everybody in my house, like, I am the minority here. And then I'm sitting here thinking, and then, like, my ADHD mind, the way it works, kind of like what it did earlier out on the patio whenever we were talking about
other stuff.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm just like, I'm going to have 2 black people, 1 Hispanic, and the rest are Asian. I'm the only white guy. Like, I'm not racist. I have 2 black people in my house.
And a Mexican.
Yeah. And then I went back to Kings of Comedy, D.L. Hughley. It's like, if you know how many brothers in your house, you racist as a motherfucker. Like, well, shit, that's not going to work.
Nope.
You got me in a box here.
I'm just don't be a racist. Even though I'm not a racist, I'll just claim. Oh, my God. So, okay, I let my wife to death.
That's ADHD.
Yeah, that is ADHD. Mr. Random's coming out for a second. Anyways. Better
than Mr. Lonely.
Mr. Lonely. Anyways. ADD. Don't do that. Don't do that shit. I haven't heard that. I'm going to play that song later. But me, my wife, and my in-laws, here. I am totally, like, just, I'm losing all hardness over here. My stiffness is dropping. Ugh. There we go. Anyways.
For those that don't know what's going on.
Wait a minute.
Y'all are sitting on the same bench, too.
Come on over here. I need you to kind of keep it up. So
he wants me to be his fluffer.
No, I want you. He wants you to pull out the tripod and hold his microphone up.
Yeah. Jesus.
Only thing is he won't know what to talk into, the microphone or the tripod.
Oh, wait. That was the wrong thing. Totally the wrong thing.
Hey, look, Phil's learning how to speak Arabic. Okay, what were we going to say?
So,
Mr. Random.
Me, my wife, and my in-laws, we went to go see some lights up in Oklahoma. Why I heard this joke, that's why I heard the joke was on the way to Oklahoma. Heard this joke, got there, and my daughter, my youngest one, she was throwing a little temper tantrum. So I put her in the stroller and just started walking her around the thing, making left turns. And I was like, oh, we're making another left turn. We're making another left turn. You know, just being funny. My kid's loving it. It's great. My oldest kid is running around, following me around, right? And out of nowhere, my wife and her family are talking. And they said, aren't you, Phil? And I said, aren't I what? Aren't you a racist?
Whoa.
Yes, but why are we talking about me being racist? Because you like making fun of everybody. I'm like, well, so then I'm an equalitist. That's a new word. I'm taking it. Mine. Stamp it.
Sounds
Equalitist.
Sounds legit.
I like that.
Thank you. But yeah, so my wife thinks I'm a racist. She's like, he's whiter than I. I'm like, yeah, my wife is pretty white.
If you grab the rod and twist it all the way back instead of turning the mic, Yeah, don't turn the mic, turn the rod. There you go.
I'm grabbing 2 fisters on the rod, y'all. Oh, yeah. But yeah, no. So my wife thinks I'm a racist now, which is hysterical.
Oh. That is funny.
So maybe my in-laws. Mind you, they are all white from Tennessee.
Like waspy white?
Like from Tennessee.
Like wasp.
Like no shoes.
Like hillbilly.
Hillbilly.
No. Wasp.
Man, that
was
was
wasp.
this
They're not
girl.
Asian. They have no yellow.
No.
Oh,
I'm talking about WASP. It's an acronym. White Anglo-Saxon Protestant. WASP.
What the fuck is that shit?
No, they're not wasp because they're from Tennessee. That's hillbilly. They can't be wasp.
They're not Protestant. They're Baptist.
Yeah, they can't be wasp.
Oh, fuck.
Matter of fact, you got to have money to be wasp. You got to be rich.
Yeah.
No. We're simple folk.
The waspy type people are the ones that like your upper echelon, real prim and proper.
That's my baby mama's side.
Yeah, very waspy.
Yeah,
and there's a reason why they didn't like me.
So now you know what wasp means.
Yeah. Why is the black dude educating them on their shit?
Because you got to know what to look out for.
I know what to run the other direction.
But so, the reason why I can say the N-word was because part of my people gave y'all a holiday, and we died for it. Thanksgiving. I don't know why I thought that was funny.
That's true. I mean, the only difference between Mexicans and Indians is a river.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
I got screwed out of scholarships for that crap.
I get a lot of shit for making that joke, but it's true.
It is freaking true.
Very true.
I mean, the fact that because of my ass having lineage from the other side of the Red River, I don't get qualified for scholarships because
the Red River or the
Red
Rio?
River. Oh, the Rio River. Rio Grande. You know, and that agitates me. I don't get no scholarships for that shit. Like, I have a lot of Indian blood in me. A shit ton.
Yeah?
You just got to get your shit tested out.
I have that tested out.
Oh. Yeah, you should have got your scholarships for real.
No, but it's because I'm lineage from the Aztec descent. Straight up Aztec descent. That's my lineage.
That's why you were always so fucking worried about in 2012 that the world was going to end.
Apparently, it was in my blood. Something's wrong.
Aztecs.
Tick time, tick time. Well, actually, that was Mayans.
Somebody
not
just got
Aztecs.
tired of writing the fucking dates. That's
Fuck it,
what
we're-
happened. They're just
well-
like, oh, when the calendar ends, that means it's the end of the world. No, that just motherfucker that was writing it got tired.
Well, actually, if you don't get technical, it was,
Like, you
it
can
was
only-
end of the equinox.
You can only write so long before you get tired of writing.
As a 24,000 something an odd years. Where actually the whole solar system planetary alignment actually goes into retrogression, which we shift from the sign of Pisces into Aquarius.
Frederick Douglass, will you shut the fuck up?
Fuck y'all. There's actually a reason here.
Now, they were really smart, but they were using a solar thing anyway, and the solar...
It was solar
calendar,
lunar. It was mix of
solar
both. It
calendar
was the most
is
accurate calendar
shitty.
of the two.
It is not.
And
It
point-
is not.
Point being is that if you just sat there and wrote down dates for 24,000 years, you can't blame the guy for saying, fuck it, I'm not writing anymore.
I'm done fucking writing. Fuck
I'm
this
not
shit.
I'm not even finishing this month. Fuck it. I'm going to end it on 21st.
Well,
The world ended
for
here.
them, that was the end of the month, though. For us, we're like, no, that's going to be like toward like the end, not through the end. Fucking Gregorians.
You know what? I'm not recording shit else. The world ended on this date.
Well, they didn't say it ended either. That's what's funny about the translation. If you actually look at the translation, it said this is the end of one age, beginning of another age. That means transition. That means one chapter's over and the other chapter begins. I mean,
Ooh.
I think the only thing that ended and began was my shit on that one. I went right back to work.
I mean, like I was laughing and just everybody was just freaking out on the 21st. I was like, you know what? You know what happened on the 22nd? I woke up.
I went back to work.
Went back to work.
Oh yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Shit.
But the only thing I was really sad because the Aztecs did include one prophecy, which was the Aztecs' fault. The Mayans never said anything about the end of the world, but the Aztec did mention something that was going to happen after the prophecy ended or after the cycle ended, which will be jaguars on fire will be falling from the sky.
Fuck.
That's the only thing the Aztecs put in there a little extra, like, oh yeah, fucking let's put the shit in here.
Have you ever looked at a jaguar? That's a gorgeous fucking animal.
That's
Yes,
a
it is.
big ass cat.
It's bigger than the lion.
I don't want
or
to see.
the size
I
of
don't
the
want to
lion.
see fucking like cats the size of Donkeys falling from the damn sky.
On fire.
On fire too.
So my translation to that is meteors.
Now, is that a fire? Or I mean, is that a what was it? A jaguar or is it a cheetah? If it's on fire.
Fuck you. But anyways, we got a little time left. You want to talk about some holiday traditions?
Thanksgiving. Let's talk about some traditions.
What traditions y'all got?
Well, first off, what are you going to do?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm apparently hosting my in-laws.
So the Mexican has to entertain for a bunch of white waspy people on Thanksgiving.
With the B, not the P. Because they're Baptist. Well, actually, they're Pentecostal now, so maybe we went back to P.
Oh, shit. Y'all gonna have a good time over there. Pentecostal, I love going to Pentecostal churches. Man, they get down.
Yeah, they do. They do. They get some
dancing
energy
in the
going.
aisles and shit.
The Holy Spirit is upon us. Boy,
I'm telling you, everybody in there. That shit is awesome.
Well, my Pentecostal people don't go
shit
that
is
crazy,
fucking
but okay.
awesome. Hey, man, that shit is awesome. I love Pentecostal churches.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna be entertaining them, and so this would be the first. Well, no, this ain't the first year. This is actually like the third year that I will not have my direct family here because they got to go to
Arkansas.
Yep.
Still illegal to say that.
Debatable.
Arkansas. It's not Arkansas. It's your Kansas. Dorian, what are you doing?
We going quiet and simple. We have some turkey, some ham.
Ham is Christmas.
No, we do turkey and ham. Because nobody likes that fucking dry-ass turkey. Fuck!
And you're doing a turkey wrong.
Shit.
I think it should be moist.
Fuck that shit. Turkey is
I'm sorry.
Turkey is some dry-ass meat. I don't give a damn what you do to it.
Have you ever made a good
God?
Have you ever made a Cajun turkey? That shit is very
unless you deep fry
juicy.
It.
Thank you.
Now take this out. If you
Thank you.
deep fry it, you fry that bitch like you had a fried turkey or something like that, maybe. But otherwise, turkey's the driest fucking meat. You stick that bitch in the oven for like hours.
It ain't black. You should know how to cook a chicken.
It's fucking horrible.
That was not racist at all.
We cook chicken, not turkey. It's
They're
a
good
dry
at-
ass fucking
They
meat.
eat chicken. They don't cook chicken.
Oh no, they cook the shit. Hey, you get you a black person, they cook the shit out of some chicken. I don't even eat chicken, and I fry the fuck out of some chicken. Like I don't eat. Honestly, I eat chicken like once a month, but I can fry the fuck out of some chicken.
Oh my god, that made me laugh.
Hey, I can fry the fuck out of some chicken, but turkey, that's
shoot. You need to have a Mexican bake you some turkey.
It
that
doesn't
shit's
matter. The
juicy.
meat is dry.
I could have took
Define
that.
dry.
Define dry. It's when like you take the breast, you take the breast on a piece of chicken.
Oh.
It's
because it's white.
It's white meat.
It's
yeah,
white
it is
meat.
white
it's
meat.
Dry
Dry.
as shit.
You can make white very juicy though.
But it not to say it doesn't have juices in
Well,
it.
that's
I'm
not
just
what
saying
it
that
It's not a
now.
vagina. It's a breast.
I'm not saying that it doesn't have juices in
I
it.
give it some
I'm
extra
saying
seasoning.
that the meat itself is a drier meat.
Yes, it is dry.
It's naturally a
I like
drier
dark
meat.
meat.
I
when
like
it comes
white
to
meat.
chicken,
I like my white woman.
when it
food.
comes to chicken and turkey, I like dark meat.
And I'm the same way. So the ham we have to have a ham. Since I was a kid, there's a turkey and a ham, and then all the dressings and shit. Now I will say this:
I hate dressing.
I take my dressing.
Is that weird?
If I get a piece of turkey meat,
No, I mean yes, that is weird.
yeah,
I hate dressing.
How could you not like dressing?
Dressing,
Like,
dressings are one of the most disgusting things I've
dressing
ever.
just like drenched in gravy,
I almost vomited.
dude. That right there is about as good as grits with doused in butter and scrambled eggs and cheese.
Don't like that either.
Like
cranberry.
I kind of want to go jerk off now, thinking about what I'm going to eat for breakfast in the morning.
Oh, fuck that turkey. Give some extra seasoning.
Shit. I'm gonna make me some grits. I'm gonna let them sit after they're done cooking. Let it sit off the burner for a little bit. I'm gonna stick my dick in it.
Swirl it.
That's how amazing they are. Like
Honey, you want some grits?
this is dick worthy. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna give my dick some, or I'm gonna give my grits some dick because they did a good job. And then I'm going to eat them grits because I want my part of it too. I ain't afraid of Snowball.
Dr. Phil's out. See y'all later, y'all.
That's awesome. Oh, shit.
Oh, no dick in my grits.
Hashtag no dick in my grits.
Hashtag no dick grits.
So, Dirty
Is
Dave.
it dick grits or digress?
Both.
Both. I digress from the dick grits.
So, Dirty Dave, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I have no fucking clue. I really don't. And here's the reason why I said, because usually I work on Thanksgiving.
That's true.
So I mean, like the last 5-6 years, I've worked, and now they're telling me it's like, oh well, we're just not going to work on Thanksgiving. I'm like, well,
The fuck am I supposed to do?
now what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Are they really not going to make it work on Thanksgiving Day like they've had?
No,
Really?
no,
You know what that means? Sales suck.
maybe. Hey, but Black Friday, Super Bowl.
Yeah. No joke.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm fixing to make half of my month's pay in one damn day.
Damn.
That's what I'm fixing to do.
Y'all, I fucking hate y'all.
Motherfucker, you work with me now.
You know where I'm going to be at, though.
Yeah, but you'll be there the next day.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's the whole. It
No
goes the whole
excuse.
weekend. It's not just one day.
Okay, that's awesome.
But that one day is a big chunk of it, though.
I'm not working Sunday, though. Fuck.
Yeah, you should probably pick that up.
Aye, Captain.
If I wasn't already off, I'd give it to you. But no, honestly,
Shit.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think that we're gonna end up having, and strangely enough, this is something that always makes me laugh because it's the one day out of the year that my Asian family makes white people food. Just because she'll make the turkey, the mashed potatoes, and the dressing, and the gravy, and the cranberry sauce, and then the broccoli cheese casserole, and the macaroni and cheese, and it's just I will end up like a stuck pig. Like, I will be in a full-on food coma.
And if you don't know, his mother-in-law is a cook.
Yeah, she can cook. She can cook.
damn.
I'm still trying to wait for that pho.
I had some tonight.
Good for you.
I wish I would have known that because that's actually where I went to go eat. So
She can cook, man. Y'all don't understand.
I don't understand. Known you for over 6-7 years now.
It quite literally. If y'all could see this, it's almost a tear forming in my eye thinking about the last time I got
her
some egg rolls.
though, right?
Yo, no, yes I did.
Yeah,
I finally had them.
I know you had her egg rolls.
A few
Her
years ago, but
fried
it took
rice.
over 40.5 years to get
Yeah,
that.
the fried rice and the egg rolls.
I haven't had the fried rice, but I've had
yes,
the egg
you
rolls.
have.
No, I have not.
You have had Liz's fried rice.
No,
It's
I
the
have
same
not.
thing.
Oh.
I
No.
got
I haven't had her
tears
fried rice
forming.
either.
That shit's so good.
Shit, I can make it for you because I know that recipe now.
Got tears forming. That shit's so good.
I'm
You don't
waiting.
even understand. I don't know
I'm
what that
waiting.
ball was that he had the other day. That shit was amazing too.
What ball?
The fucking dough ball thing with the.
Oh yeah. It's like a breakfast pastry. It's what is it? It's like a rice paper that's what is it? Sausage, egg, and cheese and potato wrapped up in a rice paper. It's good. But yeah, I gave him my last one at the store, which you're lucky you're my friend. Because if there's anybody else, y'all,
Go get your own, fucker.
what is this? Don't fucking worry about it.
No, we ain't worried about
Well, that's what that is.
right now.
That's something that you shouldn't fucking worry about.
Oh, no.
But no, I would just shit. That's how I feel, like stuffed as hell right now too. Because I ate 2 egg rolls and I had some pho. Like that's what I like to have. Like if I want to, like, I'm married into a different culture, so I can experience their shit, not have my Thanksgiving shit. Like I don't.
The unfortunate part about this is they don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
No,
Technically,
they don't.
No. So that's new for them.
About as appropriate as Brits celebrating the 4th of July,
Thank
which
you.
makes no goddamn
No
sense
sense at all.
whatsoever.
We kicked you out, bitch. We left.
You know,
don't you know damn
He
well.
used to come to my house every year because they don't celebrate that.
You
shit.
know, I was really sad I did not get to mention. Oh, no, I did.
It took me a second to realize who you're talking about.
I did mention Guy Fawkes Day when we were on the podcast.
Yeah, it was
I remember
the
that.
4th, wasn't it? 5th.
Yeah, it was on the-
5th.
No, it was on the 4th day. No, it was on the 5th day.
It was on the 5th. It was on the 5th.
Yes.
But yeah, dude, whenever I was stationed over in England, that was the funniest shit in the world. Watching these Brits celebrate the 4th of July. I'm like, you realize what actually happened on this holiday, right?
Independence Day from y'all's ass.
I think it was pretty freaking arrogant and ballsy of us to celebrate the 4th of July in Britain.
I never thought about that when I was over there.
Just like, how much of an asshole do I have to be to celebrate my independence from your country in your country? Fuck you and your country. I'm going to celebrate my independence from you right here. Because I'm an American.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Damn.
I never thought about that when I was over there. No,
that is deep. It's truth.
It's real.
It is truth.
It's like it's kind of fucked up.
I guess people hate us.
Who would have thought why people hate Americans? Because we're arrogant, we're egotistical, we think that we're better than everyone else. You're goddamn right we are.
Hell yeah.
Because we are.
So,
no, it'll probably be the same traditional Thanksgiving that we used to have. And the sad thing about it is nobody really carries tradition, like holiday traditions anymore.
no, you're absolutely right.
They don't. And I mean, like, I revisited my old stomping grounds, like, not too long ago whenever I went back to East Texas. I'm sure, like, I think I put some stuff on Facebook and Snapchat about that trip.
I remember Snapchat.
But I went down there because I had a family member pass away. And so as I was leaving to come back home, it dawned on me as I was leaving the house, this is probably going to be the last time I drive out of this driveway.
Damn.
This is a house like out in the middle of East Texas, out in it was about 45 minutes south of Tyler.
Damn.
And we used to go there every single year for Thanksgiving. Every year as a kid and all the way up through my teenage years. Sorry, there's something that I was thinking about while I was there. It had been, oh gosh, what was it? 20 years since I was there last.
Holy crap.
I didn't realize how long ago it was. And I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, fuck, when was the last time I was here? I was 15 years old. And I'm sitting here thinking, I was just like, I was 15. Fuck, I'm 36. God damn. Has it really been 20 years? Like, shit's still in the same spot. It
was all sentimental. It was like, shit, it looks the same.
I know. It was all the same. I walked into that house. It was like, fuck, nothing has changed in here. Except there's a few less people.
That's dope, though.
No. That sounds bad. No. I mean, that's not what I meant.
Okay. I'm like, they died. They died.
No. That's not what I meant. I'm talking about, like, few people in the family that weren't there. Because usually that house was crowded. Like, on Thanksgiving, that house was crowded the entire damn week. We went down there for 4 or 5 days at a time.
Damn.
And so, I mean, like, and I used to love that shit. And then, like, as I was leaving, I pulled out of the driveway, and I was talking to my wife on the phone, like, as I was leaving, and she goes, well, how did it go? I was like, honestly, I said, a moment of, like, surreal, like, reality just hit me. And she goes, what? I said, this is the last time I'm going to drive out of this driveway. And she goes, why do you say that? Well, it's been 20 years since I've been here. And I know the rest of these family members in this house ain't going to last another 20 years.
Yeah.
So, and she goes, well, who says you have to wait 20 years? I ain't got that kind of time to come back next year.
No. I mean,
sadly, I
with
wish I did,
with our American lifestyle of go, right. It's very difficult to.
And that's exactly it. Just going to the point of the traditions and shit. That's what the fuck happens with all the traditions anyway. These families and stuff, we start these traditions and things, and then as everybody grows up, they got their own life going on. Yeah. You got all kinds of shit happening, and it's constantly going, constantly moving, and we just move faster and faster, and everybody forgets about the shit that you used to do.
Right.
Well, I mean, I will say,
how they used to handle it.
Well, okay, so in 2013, and that year is very vivid. That was the year tradition died in my family. I mean, it really did. I mean, I think you said, tradition with Grandpa was the one that died. With my Nana when she passed away.
Right.
It devastated the whole family. We didn't realize it did.
That's exactly right.
People don't carry.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off,
fine.
but the time when my grandfather passed away is whenever we stopped going to East Texas all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually makes sense. When my grandfather passed away, we quit having Christmas at their house every year.
Mm-hmm.
And oh gosh, what else? Whenever my grandfather passed away, I became a loose cannon and started doing what the fuck I wanted to do and had no rules or morals. Like
He's devastated.
Yeah, he was the one that actually held me down. Like he was the one that kept me grounded and kept me humble. Now, granted, I like to think that I'm still somewhat humble. And
Take
actually,
you a while to get back around that.
Well, right, and
because
still
he had to learn
grounded.
the hard way.
Well, right, and the only reason why I did that was by my own personal reflections through him.
Yeah.
And so, I didn't really get that back until maybe, I don't know, about 5 or 6 years ago. Just randomly, I was coming home from work and just randomly like, I need to go to my grandfather's grave.
Mm-hmm.
Went and sat out there, talked to him for maybe 10 minutes, cleaned up around his headstone and just drove home. And then it was just like, something told me, quit being a dick, Dave. Shit. Who the fuck was that?
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
But yeah,
Well,
you're right.
No, and because my grandmother kind of held the glue, and unfortunately, the holidays were the only time that the family would actually get together, and so when she passed, my mother didn't want to do anything for holidays because it was fresh.
Right.
My dad's side of the family is over 24 hours away, so with our work pace, there's no way we can go up there and visit.
Sure.
My mother lives in another state. I live here. It's been a very dry, holiday seasons.
And there is nobody in the background pushing that shit.
No.
The next generation is never raised to, hey, we're going to push this tradition.
No,
right.
and it's not there. And sad reality, and especially my family being dysfunctional as it is, it's kind of wherever we are, we kind of try to celebrate. But when we do get the chance to get together, and it's not going to be on Thanksgiving, it's not going to be on Christmas, those celebrations are, I hate to say, mediocre.
Mediocrity.
Thank you. And when
mediocrity.
we will set separate times outside of family holidays that are ordained. And we'll have our family holidays on those occasions, and we'll play our board games. We'll play Cards Against Humanity, Rummy, and card games, and we'll have fun.
Why don't you come over?
When?
Thanksgiving.
I'm entertaining the in-laws.
Yeah, but you're in town though, right?
I'm in town, so bring all my. You want me to bring all my in-laws in?
Fuck no. No.
Like, what the fuck you want to meet my wife's side? My wife won't be here. That's the funny part. She has to work Thanksgiving, so she won't be here for Thanksgiving. She leaves at 3 to go to work, and she'll be up by 7. So
you are
entertaining. I am entertaining
the
in-laws.
Damn.
So I'm trying to figure out because they were asking me like, no, what do you do for tradition? Because they still hold on to their traditions, like hardcore. They play certain games. They are buying a freaking electric piano to bring to my house so they can sing Pentecostal. Tell you what, so they can sing in the living room after they're done eating.
He'll be in the
Now
the spirit will be set free in this house.
I will say, nothing happens in this house after we eat Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, that's National Sleep Time.
Not a goddamn thing happens in this house.
I thought it was National
Kids
Sleep.
Don't stir it. If kids stir, kids get thrown out windows.
hey, sit your ass down.
Especially if the Cowboys are playing. But since I don't watch Cowboys really that much anymore.
Yeah. Well, they just lost today, too.
Did they really?
I'm pretty sure they lost. It was like 23-9 last time I saw, and that was fourth quarter.
I know that's eating my brother.
Y'all didn't hear me say that out loud, did you?
Hey, fuck the Cowboys. I'm a Steelers fan.
You're a shit Packers fan, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
A house divided can still come together. Anyways.
But anyways, no.
I digress. But yeah.
It should be the other way around. Like, they should be entertaining you.
Well, it's my house that we're coming to, which...
Oh, they will be entertaining him.
Oh, we're making Jello shots, apparently. They are making shots. My sister-in-law, this is going to be her first time being able to drink. because she's done breastfeeding. So she is going to get drunk, get crunk. So her and her husband are going to drink at my house. My in-laws are going to drink, and I'm going to be watching the babies.
Pentecostal. So is that like Catholic just without the guilt?
No.
Holy Spirit driven in.
Wait.
Holy
think
Spirit.
Baptist. Think of Southern Baptist. Black Southern Baptist.
Ooh,
yeah,
Backing up about 10 times.
But they have no rhythm. That's the only sad part.
It's because they're white.
Take all that up about 10 times and no choir. There's not actually a choir. Everybody sings.
Yeah, no, I mean, you be in middle school. So Jesus said in Matthew 24, thank you, hallelujah, praise the Lord. And he just going to sing. You're like, what the hell just happened?
The whole church just singing, dancing in the aisles.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a party. It's just a good time.
Okay, so funny story that I found out about. I mean, 'cause we talked about how my great-great-grandfather was a Ku Klux Klan dragon, and my wife's grandfather on her mom's side
you're not related to Forrest Gump?
I could be. I don't know, though. But what was funny, though, is her...
my brother fell up.
So my mother-in-law's... Shut up, Forrest. Go back in the cellar. My mother-in-law, so her great-dad was a grandmaster, but then her dad was like was the pastor of a Pentecostal church in Tennessee in Knoxville, and was a huge pastor in that area. And I thought, how do you go from like Ku Klux Klan raising to preaching the Holy Spirit and love? I mean, that was such a...
It's always from one extreme to the next.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where the term came from.
Really, when you think about it, but we don't go into that. It's too late in the evening to go into that.
Yeah, we'll cook that next time. But that's it.
You went from judging to realizing that you're not the judge.
Yeah. I've never been the judge, though.
So maybe it was a moment of clarity. Still racist. He's just more clear about it.
Hey, I'm a logical racist. I'm sorry.
It's like, okay, I know that I can't judge these fools, and somebody else will.
I just think it's fascinating.
Now I don't have to do it anymore. So
Heck no. I like bringing up stories and situations and finding people's input because, shit, I don't have to process half the things anymore. I'm just numb.
But you got okay. Up until a certain point, just to give it a little taste of, up until a certain point, religiously, black people were from hell.
Well, yeah,
they were demons.
Y'all were birthed from.
They were from demons.
Hold on.
The devil and all kinds of shit.
Beelzebub. Y'all were descended from Beelzebub.
So,
even though genetically speaking, we come from you, but that's besides the point.
So he wasn't wrong for preaching at the church and then hanging people on the weekend. According to him, he was doing what he was supposed to.
He was doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work. There you go.
This is, I mean.
And on that note, the rest of that's going to be saved for another story.
Yes.
So on that note,
that's why I said we got to leave.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And we will
Happy
catch
Thanksgiving,
you next week. This is Dirty Dave. I'm out.
Dr. Philgood.
Peace. Oh, Big D.
Who the fuck are you?
I don't know.
You don't know he lost himself. He got hung up. Peace.
Deuce.